The ARK group process. Hi, my name is Leah and I'm with ARK, the Adults Relating to Kids program. During the next few minutes, I'd like to tell you all about ARK groups. An ARK group is a process that helps caring adults convey the unconditional love that builds self-esteem and elevates the self-concept of children. Let's take a look at the agenda for an ARK group meeting. The ARK group meeting. The covenants, the video lesson, the group sharing period. In a typical 1-hour meeting, the first 2 minutes are spent saying aloud together the group covenants. Then there's a 5 to 10 minute video lesson. Then, after watching the video lesson, we'll gather into share circles of 15 or less for the group sharing period, and we'll stay in the same share circle for the remainder of our ARK group meetings. Each share circle will include a trained ARK group facilitator. The facilitator's job is simply to help guide the small group process. For many participants in ARK, this group sharing period is where most of the growth and learning takes place. Then we'll end the meeting with saying our covenants together again. And by the way, ARK group meetings both begin and end on time. That's the ARK group process. The group covenants are the respect agreements. The respect agreements are the rules for group discussion that members agree to follow during the group sharing period. The facilitator reads the respect agreements to the group. The respect agreements. Number 1, only one person at a time will speak. Number 2, we will listen to one another without judgment. Number 3, we will treat with strict confidentiality everything that is shared. What is said in the circle stays in the circle. Number 4, we will not give advice unless someone asks us for it. It is okay, however, to ask questions in order to clarify things or to obtain additional information. Number 5, we reserve the right to pass, to speak, or to answer questions only if we choose to do so. Number 6, in order to give everyone a chance to talk, we will interrupt any attempts to dominate the conversation, addressing the matter with a non-judgmental smile and the words, "Enter name. Could you summarize for us, please?" Number 7, we will not blame others or put down ourselves. Number 8, we will put away our cell phones and other electronic devices. It will be the job of the group facilitator in your share circle to remind everyone to follow these agreements so that group discussion will proceed smoothly and productively. The group sharing period. Okay, let's review the group process thus far. An ARK group begins with our taking a couple of minutes to go through the group covenants. After that, there's a 5 to 10 minute lesson on video. And then we break into our discussion circles for the group sharing period. We'll begin by discussing the lesson. Then after a few minutes of sharing, the ARK facilitator in the group will offer an opportunity for anyone to have a situation circle. Situation circles are probably the most important part of the ARK group process. They give group members an opportunity to share a problem or difficulty and then to receive the wisdom of the group regarding how to go about handling that situation while still valuing the worth of the child. Something important to remember is that the topic of a situation circle does not have to relate to the lesson or to any other topics that are being shared at that meeting. Anybody wanting the group's wisdom regarding a particular situation can request a situation circle. That person will become the focus person, and after describing his or her situation, will receive the advice of individual group members regarding their situation. Here's how a situation circle works. We have what we call the rules of the circle. Number 1. The focus person begins by describing the situation. Number 2, group members can ask clarifying questions of the focus person in order to better understand the situation being described. Number 3, The focus person may request that someone take notes on the suggestions that are offered. Number 4. Then, going around the circle in order, each group member shares his or her single best suggestion concerning the focus person's situation. No elaborate storytelling, just the best single suggestion. Number 5. Any group member may pass. Number 6. The focus person responds to each suggestion with a simple, non-judgmental thank you. This rule is important. Let me tell you why. Suppose I'm the focus person. I share my situation and invite group members to respond. Mary offers a brilliant suggestion and I respond with, "Oh, Mary, thank you. That was wonderful. I can't wait to try that suggestion." John is next. He's a smart man and his suggestions are usually very good, but he's coming off the top of his head and this time his suggestion is half-baked at best. I can't roll my eyes and say, "Thank you, John, next," because there's judgment there. If John is made to feel like his suggestion is inadequate in comparison to Mary's, he probably won't ever offer a suggestion again. Do you see why a simple non-judgmental thank you upon the part of the focus person is important? Situation circles are wonderful tools for gathering the wisdom of the group, and we don't want them to turn into a best suggestion contest. So the focus person responds to each suggestion with a simple non-judgmental thank you. 7. The other members of the group must also remain non-judgmental in response to each suggestion. No clapping or nodding in approval at great suggestions, and no shaking of heads in disapproval at less helpful suggestions. And in our group, it's very important that we show respect to each person and to his or her suggestions. Number 8. Once we've gone around the circle and everyone has had an opportunity to offer a suggestion, anyone who passed is offered another opportunity to share their single best suggestion. Number 9. The discussion circle is then open to any additional suggestions and general discussion. And the focus person can now join in the discussion. The group facilitator will help remind everyone of the rules of the circle, and you'll get the hang of it just like that. That's how a situation circle works. And let me remind you, situation circles don't have to relate to the lesson or to any other topic that's being discussed. They can deal with any situation with kids that you like to invite the wisdom of the group. As for the remainder of the group sharing period, once a situation circle is finished, the group reverts back to general discussion. And it's open floor. Anything that has to do with our relationships with children is fair game for the discussion during the group sharing period. Let me point out one thing, however. Please remember that in the course of our discussions, any admissions of child abuse must be reported to the authorities. In ARK, our goal is not to obtain confessions. Our goal is to promote growth and changed behavior. Conclusion. All right, let's take one last look at the ARK group process. We begin an ARK group meeting by saying our covenants aloud together. Next, we watch a video of an ARK lesson. Then we get into share circles for our group sharing period where we have an opportunity to talk about the lesson, have situation circles, and discuss anything we want to talk about. And we conclude the meeting by saying our covenants together again. That's it. Thank you for your participation in ARK.